So, you're wondering in Final Fantasy XIV, how exactly can you level faster? Is there a faster way to level? And I am here to answer that question for you. My name is Pixie Willows, and I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV online on and off for the last 5 years. I've been playing video games for decades. So, join me and I will explain what you can do and how fast you can go. So, thank you so much, for joining. And I'm going to show you now. There is a guy we are in New Gridania at the Caroline Canopy. We are where Mother Mione is. And there is a person here. I'm not even going to try and explain his name. Say his name. But, okay, level 17 is when you can grab this quest. So, up to level 17, there's another way, but, okay, the house that Death built. Very important to grab this quest if you're wanting to level more quickly. Now, remember, if you haven't gone through the main storyline, if you haven't, if this is your first class or job that you are leveling, then it's not going to happen as quickly as your second job or your third job. And the reason being is they actually give you a buffer, a modifier between your highest level your highest level class and your lowest, okay? So if you only have one class right now, like I have on this particular Pixie Willows, then you will not level as quickly as if you had her to 80 and you were just starting another class, or let's say you're, another job. The modifier that you get between the highest and the lowest is dictated by your highest, okay? So the only other way, that there is fast leveling and going through the storyline, other than buying level 70. I'm going to say that right now, and I don't look down on it, especially if this isn't your first character. There isn't really much need for more than one character. You can pay the $5 or $10 depending, when you get tired of, if the race that your character is. But, if you're massively into crafting, maybe that would dictate that you would need another character. I don't know. Okay, so referring a friend. I spoke about this in a video or when I was streaming. This headpiece, this friendship circlet, is from referring a friend. There is this earring that also comes with referring a friend. So referring friends is beneficial to both you and your friend. You will get chocobo feathers. You will get the ability to be able to teleport instantly to each other. These particular two items. Also, for ordering Stormblood, I received this other earring. So if you are on the fence about getting Stormblood, which is not the last DLC, but the next to the last DLC, I'm pretty sure they'll probably give you this for even getting it now. This was a pre-order type thing, but they're really awesome about giving things like this to people who get it after the fact. A bonus is a bonus, right? So also, if you want to watch my video or not, this ring right here, up until level 30, you will get an additional 30% of experience. Now, let's say you are level 50 and you're like, well, what good is that going to do me now? Well, what good does that do you? You go into a dungeon that's level 30 or under, put the ring back on and you'll get 30% more experience in that dungeon, So never forget, even if you're doing your daily roulettes and you end up in a dungeon that is 30 or under, put that ring on. Where do you get that ring? You come here to the smith. You find a smith in whatever city you're in or outside of any dungeon, and you do a quest, basically, they teach you your role. And I did do register the hall for novice training. You do like little solo instances where they teach you your role as a healer, as a DPS, as a tank. And each time you successfully complete one of those, it's like not even 3-4 minutes. And you get a piece of gear. And the final piece of gear you get is that ring I just showed you. Okay? So now you have taken the house that Death built, whether you know about it or not. You know, if you're looking it up online, then you don't know, okay? Map. You're going to go to the map. And it'll say Quarry Mill or Camp Tranquil. I would recommend, well, both is kind of treacherous, so let's just go ahead and go to Tranquil. Yes. And yes, we will use a free teleport. So what I'm doing is I am showing you Camp Tranquil, or the other one was, what is that? Quarry Mill. You can teleport to either one of those, and for the next part of the quest. And this quest is opening a specific, and I wouldn't even call it a dungeon, a series of floors in a dungeon that is very fast leveling. The developers created this particular dungeon, for a lack of a better word. It's called the Palace of the Dead, okay? And they created it for you to level faster when you have more than one class, more than one job. You know, basically you can go here and level quickly, more quickly than going into the same dungeon over and over and over. You can go through a series of like hundreds of floors, basically. You know, past a certain point, you would have to go in with a group and stay with that group all the way through. Otherwise, you know, you can't go through. But from 1 to, I think, 99 or something like that, you can go in and randomly queue. So, the Wood Whaler, you speak to him. Okay, and now we're going to go to Quarry Mill. And okay, so now we're at the next part of the quest. Wood Whaler Expeditionary Captain. You would speak to this person. Yes, a bunch of talking. Of course, it's Final Fantasy. Any Final Fantasy, really. Okay, let's see. And they're very good about explaining, is what I mean by that. And, you know, so... Open. Palace of the Dead now accessible. So, it gives you more explanation. But what I'm going to do is I actually went to our Canis Guild and I picked up that class. Okay, so they explain stuff there, but I'm going to go in and show you the next parts of what you need to know. All right, so when you first start out, enter Palace of the Dead. You can be in a group or you can go in by yourself, right? So here's the thing. Enter Palace of the Dead. You pick a save slot. Enter with a fixed party or a match party. Basically, a fixed party is, you know, your group with someone and you want to go in with them. Match party is you want to be matched, okay? Yes. Watch, I'll have it backwards. Floors 1 through 10. Now, remember, there's 100 floors, but there's also prerequisites for you to be able to get to, like, level 50, floor 50 up. So you have to have... okay. You have to have, when we get in there, I'll show you. There are chests in there that, and you'll think you're leveling so fast when you're in there. When you're inside Palace of the Dead, and you level inside there, it's not the level you're going to be when you get out of there, by the way. It's Palace of the Dead level, and you get a certain set amount of experience for going through successfully. If you wipe out as a party, then you have to start all over again and you lose what you just gained. By the way, that's the only catch-22, is you do lose what you gained when you're in here. If you wipe out. If you wipe out. All right, so once it's done loading, here we go. So this is what I mean by inside here you have an ether pool armor and ether pool weapon. So that needs to get to a certain amount to be able to get to floor 50. And these things are only in here inside Palace of the Dead. Remember that I said that. Even the level that you are in here is only in here. I remember the first time I came through, I was like so excited, like, hey, wow, that was fast, you know? And no, that's not what it is. So I'm going to do highlights and not bore you with all the details in here. And then when I get out, there will also be that. So at the end of every 10 levels, there is a boss that you fight at the end of that 10th, you know, on the 10th level or 20th or 19, whatever the case may be. But yeah. And then you're done after that. As long as your whole group doesn't wipe, you're fine. So you gain 3 levels in what was that, like 10 minutes? So, Exit Palace of the Dead is the fast way for leveling. Once if you're going through the storyline, or let's say you're taking a break from the storyline, but you want to keep leveling, again, I always impress upon you, play your way. Make sure you play your way. Just because someone else went through the storyline all the way through and didn't take a breath doesn't mean you have to. Inevitably you are going to have to go through storylines to get open, certain areas up and do certain things, but do it at your pace, do it your way, play your way. So I hope that you found this helpful. You can level quickly, in Palace of the Dead, and up to level 50, plus 55 maybe. Developers have made it where, people that have gone through the storyline are leveled one job or class up to maximum level, don't have to go through, a painstaking process of leveling all the other classes or jobs that they want to. This is Pixie Willow saying, play your way. Make sure you remember to smack that like button, ring the bell for alerts to be notified when I put out another video, and subscribe, but only if you want to. Have a great day.